5'7", so I'm a bigger man. I was always taught how to not be threatening or intimidate people when I go into different interviews or different scenarios. And so we're literally taught how to condition ourselves, condition our speech, everything in order to go and beg these people for a job, because we know when we walk in the door, I have to tear down 10 stereotypes before I get past hello. So we need to eliminate that. You know, and we need to eliminate that, and the way that we do that is employing ourselves and employing our brothers and sisters. And so that's our mission, is group economics, uplift ourselves, because I can't empower anyone until I empower myself, and change from just being willing, because it's in my heart and my passion to see my people succeed and see us do better and change the social order, because I know that we are not supposed to be on bottom. I understand who I was. I know I didn't fall out of the sky and land on a plantation. So when you have knowledge of self and you know who you are and what you come from, it's frustrating more than anything to see us in this position.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Good evening. Welcome to this week's Hump Day Discourse on Salacious Life with Dr. Wren. I have two of my favorite people in the studio with me tonight. I have the hosts of McLean's Couch. So welcome to Salacious Life, guys.
Thank you.
Not that you don't live a salacious life anyway, but
thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. So, if you would like to call in throughout the show, remember, only call when we are not on break. The number is
410-702-5657. That number again is 410-702-5657.
Absolutely.
Oh, she finally decided to turn my mic on.
Turned your mic on. Say the number one more time, just in case you missed it.
That number is 410-702-5657.
Well, I wanted to thank you for graciously being a part of my show tonight.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Anything for you.
Thank you.
Absolutely anything.
Anything for me. They are card-carrying members of the Conclave. They come to all the hip-hop showcases. They will be at my birthday party, and they will be sitting right there cheering me on at the erotic literature night. So
yes.
we have a lot.
I know it's gonna be hot too. I said I know it's gonna be hot.
Oh, absolutely. I have 7 of the most salacious writers, including myself, that you have ever met, and we will be gracing the stage. If you don't leave there 10 degrees hotter, something's wrong. So the show is November 30th.
Okay.
So it should be nice and cold outside.
You know, I understand. I hate to cut you off because you're so beautiful. You sound so delicious. But I'm having a problem, an inner tuning.
What's that?
Because I'm saying you need a hot ass MC.
You want an MC?
I mean, I just feel like you should ask the hottest MC around.
And who's the hottest MC around you?
Girl, get your life. You already know it's that coke. That coke.
Okay. So you will see us both gracing the stage November the 30th for the erotic literature night. I am very gracious that you would want to be a part of it. I hope that the writers feel comfortable, because these are writers. These are not performers. Like, I'm a performer, but most of the participants of the erotic literature night are writers. So they will be feeling maybe nervous, you know, a little bit shy. And when it comes to erotic literature, it's so very personal and intimate that, you know, these people are showing you a side of them that you probably just don't know.
I understand that completely. I mean, but you're talking to me, I can bring heat.
We're bringing the heat.
I can
So,
bring the heat. Be like, baby, you want me to stay up here and hold your titty while you do it, boo?
ooh.
I got you.
Oh,
Want me to squeeze your
That's erotic
ass?
poetry.
that is erotic poetry. Yeah, stand up. You had, by the way, everyone listening, please excuse my nose. I've had the worst allergy attack all day, so I might sniff just a few times during the show. I'm trying to control it. So everybody, you know, I haven't been sniffing coke or anything like that. I just...
No, she prefers it to go up a booty hole. Because that's the booty hole.
Right. from Rose and Repertoire. That was so funny.
Hey, girls trip. It's the booty hole.
Right. This booty hole. Woo.
Made you lost for words.
Yeah, because it every time I hear it, I get at a, like, you saw me, I was on stage and I am filled with vocabulary, and for the first time probably in my entire life, I was like, what?
Yeah, Mimi tend to have that effect on people.
Yeah, and I said, Mimi, sit your ass down.
Because
If y'all listeners could see what we seen that night, you'd know what we talking about.
yeah,
I invited the kids and everything. I hope their parents are monitoring their phone.
yeah, because this is NC-17. Probably need to be rated X sometimes, but tonight I'd say NC-17, depending on how.
I just been
I'll be
going
getting the
down,
mood.
invite, and I'm looking at you, just keep pushing the invite button, not paying attention. I invited my son, my daughter, but they know not to watch it.
Right.
They might catch it.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
shit, I just invited you.
Ooh.
These
Well, everyone, please join in tonight. It should be interesting. So, as you know, I never tell anybody about what we're going to talk about. And there's actually a few things, because it's you too, particularly.
Oh, and I actually promised to keep it serious tonight, or semi.
Semi. I would like to laugh. I love to laugh. I love to smile. I think the creator made me with these dimples because I'm supposed to smile. Like, I think I was literally built to smile. So
I think the dimples in my ass was meant to smile too.
yeah, but
How often that does.
well, I'll do my inviting after. We gonna flood your timelines tonight. No, so the first subject that's been on my mind, because I kind of wanted to just, these things don't necessarily relate to each other. These are just things I had on my mind, and I thought you two would be good people to discuss them with.
Cool.
Because, you know, we have a lot in common, but we have very different backgrounds. But I think we bring unique perspectives to single subjects. Do you know what I mean?
Yep, the Salacious couch.
Yeah, right. So tonight we have Salacious couch. This is what you call cross-pollination. And this is when you create that good bud. No, I'm just like...
Sounds good to me.
That's that new strand.
Right. That's that good shit. So the first thing I wanted to talk about... I'm sorry. I think I just kicked you. I got these pointy ass shoes on. The first thing I wanted to talk about was your thoughts on cohabitation. So I've been talking to a lot of different people, you know, friends, co-workers, clients, and we've been talking about cohabitation. And I've noticed that a lot of my female friends are pushing for cohabitation in the idea that they will be dating with intention and I guess end up married.
Okay.
You know, I have a hard time with that because I'm not in any rush to get married again. Because, you know, I done did it.
Yeah, see, you've done it.
A couple times.
So you learning from your mistakes this time?
No, I'm definitely, the next relationship is going to be like a 1 foot in front of the other. Let's just ride it out. I'm not having any more kids, so there's no rush in doing anything because I'm good. I got mine. I don't date people who don't have any. So there's that. If you don't have kids, don't inbox me.
Well, that's the first. Most people say they don't date people that have kids. You say you're not dating nobody.
No, I need somebody to understand what it means to be a parent.
I can dig
Yep.
that. I can dig
also
that.
need to know, I don't want any more, so don't ask.
Mm-hmm.
We already come built.
You come ready made. Like, I got mine, you got yours. We good
Yours,
there.
mine, and ours.
Mm-hmm. And I love children. I'm just not having any more. I'm not going through that shit again. No, absolutely not. So I wanted your thoughts on cohabitation because, like, I get the dating with intention. You know, I get that. Because, you know, when you get over 30 pretty much, right? You don't want to be wasting your time building a relationship with somebody and then it ain't going to be anything. And I'm saying you're trying to hurry up and get married, but you just want to know that there is some common goal. Even if that common goal is, it may not be getting married. It may be just living out your life together or moving to the Eastern Shore together or what have you. You know what I mean? But there should be some sort of, don't you think, some sort of common goal?
Here's the problem that I have. And this is speaking from not only a clinical standpoint, but as an observation. I noticed that when women hit 30, it's like the ticking time bomb.
Right.
Oh my God, I have to get married. I have to have kids. Okay, well, I got 1 kid. I want 2 more. I want to do this. I got to do this. I can't believe I let my life pass. Baby, you're 30.
You're 30.
You have your whole entire life ahead of you. Why are you such in a rush? I honestly believe it. I would have never got, I didn't believe in marriage anyway, but I would have never gotten married if I could not live with that person first.
Right.
I need to, because people's like, girl, I know him. How well do you really know someone?
This person? Like, and so to speak on that, my first husband and I did not live together before we got married. We actually didn't live together we were married for years before we actually lived together. And that was mostly occupational.
But that's what my brother wants.
What, to be married but not to live with someone?
Yep.
No, that's an idea.
No, it's not. That is the dumbest damn idea. Now, I'm not, and again, I'm not a very religious person.
Right.
But I am a very spiritual person, and I believe, and when I say spiritual, I believe in all things spiritual.
Right.
Not just Christianity, but I take my belief from all faiths.
Right.
Including Wicca. And if you look at the common theme from each of them, when it comes to one subject matter, they all match.
Right.
They all pretty much are saying the same thing. And in order for 2 individuals to actually mesh well together, they have to be around each other.
Right.
Like, you can't have a salad and on one half of your salad got oil and the other half vinegar.
Right. It needs to come together.
It needs to come together.
It needs to come together.
And it's the same thing with a relationship. Even if you don't cohabitate and you're together, how can you really say you're together? How can you say you know your man? How can you say you honestly 100% unequivocally trust this person when you don't know exactly what his rituals or habits are?
Right.
You know, that's the bonding phase. It's almost like when a parent and a child. You know, in order for you to bond, you had to be around each other. So you had to be around each other to get the understanding of, like she said, like we're saying, like who you are, what you likes, your dislikes, how well can we get along when we do argue, how long, because everything goes smoothly over a phone or a date here and there, and that can go smoothly. Like, oh, I'm in love with this person.
A night over here and there, like things can go really smooth. But when you got your day to day, when you start, you know, blending families, you know, like you really don't know what you're getting yourself into until Right. Child rearing. And like, it's funny because I'm very funny about child rearing, you know, and mostly just the values that you're instilling in these children. Like, our values have to be aligned. Even for us to date, like, our values have to be aligned. And you won't really know that unless you live with that person.
No, you won't be able to see if it's true.
Or if it's true. They'll tell you whatever.
Catfishing goes further than just through a computer screen or over a phone.
Right.
The person can catfish you for years based off of, they can be whoever they want you to see. But at some point, they're going to have to drop the facade and be who they truly are. And the only way you're going to know that is if you two are cohabitating. Now, like, believe it or not, before we actually got together, when we first met, we talked about a lot of things. Now, mind you, I met my husband when I was a dancer, and it was his first time in the strip club.
Oh.
So, in saying that, when he came in and we sat down, he bought me a drink and we were talking, and we talked about everything but what was around us. Everything but titties and ass. Yeah. We talked about kids, we talked about life, what we perceived our life to be, and we meshed well. We were friends for years before we actually got into a relationship.
That's a good point.
Then,
hold that thought, because we got to take a break. We'll be right back with Salacious Live. Hold that thought, though.
Please stay tuned.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Marnie, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. Now here's one little speech I'm going to give you before I get into the next article. Here's what I want to tell you. Still, fear is big business. Fear is big business. I'm not telling you not to be alarmed by what you're seeing. I'm not telling you not to be concerned. What I am saying is not to buy into the notion that we should be afraid. You should be informed. You should be aware. You should start educating yourself about some things. I don't have the solutions. I don't have the answer. I wish I could say that if you did X, Y, and Z, you might not get shot by the police. I wish I could tell you that, but I can't. But what I can say is just start making yourself aware of what's going on, but don't be so consumed by what you're seeing that you become afraid, that you don't want to go out. Or you become numb. That's a good point, Nate. Nate said, or you become numb to it, like you just don't care. So we need you to just continue to be in touch with what's going on, but educate your family, talk to your sons, talk to your daughters, because it's not just limited to men. We know from Sandra Bland, she was a young woman who was killed, and we don't want to say, we don't know all the details behind what happened. No, the fact is that person's life still matters. They still have rights. They should not just be killed dead before they even get a trial. Okay, that's the point. They deserve a trial at least, but they can't even make it to the jail cell to get a trial, to be tried. They're being killed even before arrest. Terrible. So that's my soapbox.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on Be Exposed
check
Radio.
Check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. So since we're talking about the book, can you give people a synopsis of what the book is and what's the name of the book again, and then what it's about?
The name of the book is From Trial to Afflictions. More than one, because there were more than one afflictions.
Yes.
The book is talking about, actually, it's my life story. And I have to add in there that when that prophet told me, he said, tell your story, write the story. He said, and God said, tell your addiction. Now, see, I'm not going to tell the addiction because you have to get the book to read it. But it was about deliverance. Mm-hmm. It was about all the, trials and tribulations we go through. People that come into our life, even people that come to try and break you down or draw you down so that you can't stand for God or worship Him through your situation, because that's the adversary using them. We have to know that. But through it all, I was still praying and fasting. I needed help from God. I really did. I needed help from God to see me through. And for anyone that's going through, I say that this book is about different afflictions.
Yes.
Going through them, how you get through them. And I had a sister pushing me too, praying for me. I thank God for that again.
Yes.
But it also talks about deliverance. There is deliverance in the process.
Yes.
And you have to be willing to see yourself first to know that you need deliverance.
Yes.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
There's a rumor going around that Tyler Perry and Oprah are beefing. Well, let me tell you about this. Tyler, okay, told Oprah, bitch, if you don't have my money, we're going to have a problem. Ooh. Oprah said, what is the problem? Ooh. You said if I don't have your money, there was going to be a problem. So Oprah is standing her ground like, bitch, I'm in charge. Yeah, you know, you may have a $250 million studio over there that you film all your shows and movies and stuff on, but I have the empire. That's what Oprah said.
Oh, these are her exact words. Allegedly.
I made this up. But
allegedly.
I made it all up. But there was a rumor that they were beefing. But Tyler confirms that they don't have any issues. So it says it was recently reported on the rumors that was swirling that the twosome were on the outs over constructive criticism of a Perry show. Well, I got some constructive criticism, and we can be on the outs, Tyler, and I don't give a damn because I'm going to make a promo out of this anyway and share it to your page. I need the scenes on Have and Have Nots to be like 5% shorter, each one. I want you to watch an episode of The Young and the Restless, because this is supposed to be a soap opera. No one's dialogue on The Young and the Restless is like this. You don't have to talk about the random plant in the corner for 25 minutes on one damn scene.
They talk about random plants. It was a blood stain on the floor for 5 episodes. I can't take it. We need to pick this up. I'm sorry. I love the Have and the Have Nots, and I continue to watch it in its 5th season. But I get so mad when I can go get myself a glass of water and come back, and he had just started the next sentence in his first paragraph. I can't stand it.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I know you don't need that, but for the ladies who come, we are back with this week's Hump Day Discourse. I have McLean's couch in here with me tonight, and before we went to the break, we were talking about cohabitation, and Mr. Bull, please continue.
Yeah, as I was saying that, it's cohabitating. It's actually be a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Because you get to know the person ins and outs. Like Coed Bliss said, it leaves no room for catfishing. You'll see the real person, and to give you opportunity to see if you can really live with this person. As we joke around all the time, we like to test out the merchandise before we buy it.
Absolutely. Like, you would test drive a car before you buy it. Like, you don't buy cars sight unseen. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, and there's several things that I need to know are in line. Like, what's our cleaning schedules look like? I can't stand hair in the bathroom. Like, I got a complex about that, you know? So, what's that going to be like? Are we just going to hire someone to come in and clean the house? You know,
I'm always game for that.
Huh?
I said I'm always game for that. I hate cleaning.
Right. I'm not a super neat freak.
But you can see the person real hygiene.
Huh?
You can see that person's real hygiene.
They're real hygiene. Do you know? Like, the other thing,
I don't like to wash my ass. Only on days that end in Z.
Right. You know, and like, you know me with the 5 Fs. I need to know how you eat. I need to know how you fuck. I need to know when you eat, when you fuck, what you eat, what you fuck. I'm
starting to know it's a common thing with you.
While you fucking? Do you eat while you're fucking? Absolutely. I need to know what your spending habits are. You got 19 million pairs of Jordans and turn off notices sitting on the table. Like, I just need to know.
Girl, was you in my house today?
But because, you know, the biggest thing for me is how you manage that money.
How you pay bills.
How you pay the bills. Absolutely. Thank you, Bert. Absolutely. How do you pay your bills? I'm one of those people who...
Do you pay your bills?
Right. I pay my bills before I even get them in the mail. Like, I know they're coming, and I pay them. You know, because it's important to me to always have the lights on and always have Wi-Fi and always have water because I'm taking 2, 3, 4, 5 showers a day.
But you know, also with cohabitating, you can see if this person can pick up a slack that you can't.
Are they strong where I'm weak? Because I love to cook, but I'm not a big fan of doing dishes. I'll do them, you know, if they need to be done. But if there's somebody else who would let me cook, you know, I'm not like a messy cooker. Like, I kind of clean as I cook. But, you know, just pick up the dinner dishes and take care of that because I just spent the last 2 hours making you a fabulous meal. And you know I burns when it go in the kitchen.
How you know?
You know.
It's fabulous. I didn't say I didn't know that. I said, how do you know, though? It is delicious. I've had her cooking. It's great.
You've had some of my food.
Yeah, and I don't eat. FYI, people always say I'm always eating, but I only eat from certain people. Because I'm quick to tell you, bitch, I ain't eating that shit. That's nasty.
Right. But I cook everything from scratch, so it takes time and love.
Yeah, when can I get another meal?
You want me to cook?
I love it.
We can cook. She wants me to cook? Okay. Everybody wants me to, okay. Do
you know how to make a goosey? Not a goosey, I'm sorry. If Rero?
I do.
I would love for you to make me that.
Okay. I'll think about that. It takes some time. Like, it takes time.
It does.
To make. It takes time to make. I know. So I'd have to, like, it had to be a weekend, like, when I didn't have my kid. You know, like, because I'd have to.
And use American chicken, please.
Use American chicken?
Yes.
I only eat chicken that my grandmother grows down in North Carolina. So I'm kind of funny about.
Guess what? Is it chicken that was grown in America?
Yeah.
Then I'll eat it.
Okay.
Because that African chicken is too tough for my gums.
It's gamey too.
No, it's just no. I can't.
You
chew
just can't chew it.
And me and all the Africans that I know, I love them. God bless their heart. They always tell me, "Your chicken is too soft." I said, "No, your chicken is too hard. I cannot eat this shit."
You sound like Michael Black.
My gums are sensitive.
We need to take a break. I'll think about when the good time is that I can cook for everyone. Or maybe one day during the week when we don't have shows.
Maybe you should have a potluck.
We could do that. We could definitely do that.
Yes, because your girl can cook.
Yeah. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with this week's Salacious Life.
Lately is back on May 17th at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com. Oh, okay, yeah. Also on YouTube. I know the rate is killing. Why would you see me recording? Oh my. You a hard-headed asshole. Yo.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Joining us right now is Mr. Antonio Long. He was one of our first See Baltimore artists. That tour is actually under construction, and we're doing some revamping and making sure the foundation is solid.
Yes.
So we haven't forgotten about it. So December we kind of took a pause, and we'll be back up and running in January. My mind is Gone. Food. I need food. If you're in the downtown Baltimore area and you have a cheeseburger in your hand, definitely stop past the studio. Give me a call and let me know where you are, and I'll meet you wherever you are. But Antonio Long is joining us in the building. He's a singer, inspirational, not necessarily gospel, not necessarily R&B, but encompassed of both of them. Yeah. So let us know a little bit about who you are. What you do?
Singer, writer, recording artist, and I just like to make good music.
There we go.
From Baltimore.
So possibly we'll hear a little bit of it live if he's not afraid, because we throw people under the bus.
Yeah,
talent wise,
no doubt.
On this show, we got to see if you got the chops to sink or swim.
Okay.
We do it. We do it. We don't hold back here. We don't hold back here. But we'll definitely try to hear from him a couple more segments. So let us know about your music. So do you have an EP coming out, or is it one in the making?
I just released the EP, actually, October 28th.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's called Life.
Life.
Yeah.
So what was it like making that?
It was fun. This is my first, it's 8 songs on the project, so it's kind of a little more lengthy than your typical EP. But I put out a mixtape last year, but this is my first official project. Everything else has been singles. So
you're singing your own music now?
I'm singing my own music.
Did you write it?
All original music. Yeah.
Okay.
And
you are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
That was a short break. We are back with this week's Hump Day Discourse on Salacious Live. I wanted to welcome everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Hey Q, I see you in there. Sadie, I got you with the food. Michael, yes, there is such thing as hard chicken. So, where were we before the break? Well, we were talking about food, but those are some of the things. Like, I have a very specific diet, not as much as that it's narrow. Like, I'm not like vegan or something like that, but I'm funny about where my food comes from and how it's prepared. And in my culture, cooking is how you show your affection to people. Eating is a big deal for me, so I need to know that you know that mealtime is a serious situation for me. Like, we will work it out because people have to be at mealtime with me. I understand one-offs where you might have to work later. One-off, but on a regular basis, like, you definitely need to be there for food. So, like, food and fucking and finance are my big F's, as y'all know. We talked about family, we talked about friendship. Like, I think if you have to cover all those bases, and I think I agree with you. You probably really don't know until you cohabitate. But how do you do that when you have children involved? Like, how do you test the waters when you have children involved?
Because, well, like I said, he had one son before me, and I had 2.
1.5.
1.5. I was pregnant with my second kid. So, what we did was we integrated the kids early on. I needed to personally see how you interacted with my daughter, because I had a girl, he had a boy, and the sex was unknown to the kid that I was pregnant with. So in doing that, it was how he interacted with her. Because, I mean, one thing about me is most people look at me, or that's been around me, they underestimate my intelligence often, because I laugh and play and joke a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean I go overboard.
And it's
because
cool.
I love to laugh and I love to have fun.
I personally enjoy that about you, is that you're such a lively person. Like, and you guys bring such a balance, because he tends to be more serious and you tend to be more live, and together it's like you're getting the best of both worlds. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel, at least from our.
He low-key clown though.
He not appeared to be serious.
Right, and I mean, but you slide one in,
real
real
such
serious,
an
like,
asshole. I swear,
he
y'all
would
just
slide
don't
one
know.
in, and I'll be like, did he really just say that?
He's yes, and that is a part of his charm. Now, when it came to my daughter, when he first was around my daughter, my daughter, what used to be like, she would be low key, like she would shy. She would not go to people, and that was the very first thing that I told him. But children, I pay attention to kids. Kids are intuitive. They're more intuitive to us because they're more open.
Right.
They have this vivid imagination, and they can see things that we can't. So when my daughter took to him, like immediately,
Right.
and how he was so nurturing, it was, you can tell that he had a loving heart.
Right.
You can tell he had a nurturing spirit about himself. So I watched that. I paid attention to that.
Right. No, that makes a lot of sense. Like, because I'm always curious.
Now wait.
Because of the safety factor.
Exactly.
in
So,
there.
and I watched how, like, he touched her, and how, because you know we be touching little kids, and I kill for mine. I have no problem with sitting underneath
Most mothers
the jail.
would. I will
So,
sit in jail for mine. So.
My daughter now is, she want to be 22.
Wow.
And she still remembers the very first thing he bought her.
So how long have you guys actually been together?
17 years.
17 years.
We known each other. How long we known each other?
Since 96. So
almost 20 years.
21 years.
Wow. That is just, I mean, you know, I have friends like that. Like at Conclave, y'all met like my first boyfriend, somebody I've known literally my entire life, right? He was there.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Brian for coming to Conclave to support his first girlfriend.
Oh.
See, once you go Wren, you never get Wren. No, no, but you know, but for me, you know, having two past marriages that didn't make it past the 7-year mark, you know, and hoping that this third one, whenever it happens, because I'm not actively searching, but if one should find
you
me,
shouldn't.
I'm
you know,
not.
The funny part about, I'm sorry to cut you off, but you know the funny part, if a successful relationship, you don't go looking for it.
You don't go looking for it. You know, I said that to one of my clients, because I have a female client who's calling me on relationship advice right now, because she can't figure out why she can't find a husband. And I said, it's because you're looking for one.
That's part of it, but it goes a little deeper. One of the reasons why she can't find a man is because maybe either her standards are entirely unreachable,
unrealistic for her. People have unrealistic expectations when they're made.
Women,
especially,
have this list, this infamous list that we all talked about for years.
The deal breaker list.
Yes. He had to have this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that. And we come to find out when you start reaching a certain age, certain things start getting
crossing it off.
Yeah, like, you know what, okay.
He ain't got
at a certain point, long as he breathing, he got a job. Can he walk at least?
Right.
But see, and that's where I beg to differ. Because even though you have this unrealistic list, here's the problem. The list is just not reachable.
Would you like to stand?
No, it's fine. The other issue with that is sometimes women, they get so desperate that they settle.
They start settling, which is not the beginnings of a healthy relationship, because if you settle, eventually you're going to get tired, and there's that.
Another problem I have with that of settling is the fact that when they reach 30, they're so desperate that they become overly obsessed with marriage. And what people fail to understand and fail to realize is you're in love with the thought of the idea of being with
married.
someone. You're not willing to put in the work, and people don't understand a relationship of any statute takes work.
It's
you
a
have
job.
Two
It's a
different
full-time
personalities.
Job.
Two personalities, regardless if you're seen as one. He has his own personality and I have mine.
Right.
And I noticed that what we were in the beginning is not what we are now.
Right.
We have evolved, but the core values of what we believe in is the same.
Solid.
But we have evolved, and you can grow out of love with someone.
I believe
but
that.
One of the things we've always nurtured is we've always kept this bond. We've always constantly communicated our feelings.
Communication is a big fucking
it is the
deal.
number one thing.
It's a big fucking deal. Like, I had a show, I don't know, when I first, like way back, I had a show. Nate was on my show that day.
Okay.
We talked about deal breakers, you know, and some of them were like dumb, frivolous shit. But most of my deal, like I do have like a couple, like, yeah. And I'll even admit, they're stupid as fuck. They're stupid. But I have some very serious ones. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And especially because I'm a package deal, you know? Like I'm one of two. Like the Borg. I'm 7 of 9. You know, like you know, you have to be able to accept the package, not just me. And I found I've dated both men and women who very much accepted me but didn't accept him. Yeah. Or they very much accepted him but didn't accept me as mom. Because like Dr. Wren and mom can be two different people. Very different people. You know, and I try not to mother my mates, but there are going to be times where you just can't help it because you worry about them. Like, I swear, the moment my son was born, I used to could give a fuck about where people were and if they got home okay and things like that. Like, friends, close friends, we go out, we drink it, I go to my house, y'all go to their house, and you know, hopefully we see each other the next day and everybody made it home safely. Now it's like, yo, bitch, text me when you get in the house. I need to know you're good. Like, and
but that comes along with that whole motherly instinct.
It does.
But believe it or not, when a woman cohabitates with him, when she takes on a man, she becomes his mother. Period. And again, I'm not all religious, but even in the Bible it says, when a man takes a wife, he takes a good thing. He forsakes all other for his wife. Period. That means the wife comes first.
Right.
Now hold on, I gotta represent for the men.
You don't agree that your wife should come first?
No, I'm not saying that, but we also got put out there when you with a guy that really truly cared for you, we worry too. We gonna.
Oh, absolutely.
I wouldn't go to sleep until, like, if she was hanging out with her friends, I couldn't sleep until I heard
she
from
came
her.
home.
I was like, okay,
or at least
it's
knew
like 2
she
o'clock.
was good.
Like, where you at? You good? Okay, all right, I'm good now. I still couldn't fully go to sleep.
Right, but and I find myself is because I think it gets misunderstood that people are being nosy or overbearing, or you know, I got to know where you are at all times and things like that. You know how it'll come out that way. I don't think that's what it is at all. Like, because I have yet to ask people, or very rarely do I ask someone I'm dating, where are you? You know the infamous text, you good? Question mark, question mark, question mark. And that's all I need to know.
You just want a response. Like,
I just need a response so that I know you're okay.
I disagree. I need to know where you at all times.
Okay.
My kids, my man.
Well, definitely my kids.
Mama. His mama.
But you don't come off overbearing. Don't.
No,
I want people to think that you come off
I don't
overbearing part.
I don't come off overbearing. Hey, babe, where you at?
Like, you good? Like where you at?
But he knows I'm not doing it because I think he's out here cheating.
No,
it's not,
and that's the thing. I think a lot of people in the back of their minds are thinking, oh, he or she is accusing me of doing something inappropriate outside of our relationship. And that's not it at all. Like, you know, I have asked people, you know, like, you know, getting off of work, and I'm like, well, they should be about, you know, like, you okay? Like, are you working late? Like, where are you at in time? You know, because that way I can gauge, okay, well, if this person is working in, I don't know, let's say they're working in Cumberland, Maryland. You know, it takes 2 hours to drive from Cumberland to Baltimore, right? And that's on a good day on 70 with no traffic, right? So you think, okay, 2 hour drive, you add 30 minutes for traffic or incidentals, right? So 2.5 hours that person should be about walking in the door.
Maybe 3 hours.
Maybe 3 hours. And look, I don't usually start getting dumb about the calls and texts until like 3 hours and 15 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's got to be like significantly over the time. And I'm like, hold up. I didn't hear anything. Like, was there an accident? Because, see, my mind doesn't stay positive when I care about someone and they're not home. Do you know what I mean? Like, I hate to say it. Like, my mind may go to a dark place where I'm like, did they get in an accident? Are they laying out in a ditch somewhere?
I don't think you're in the minority. I think you're in the majority. I think most people, when they care about somebody, their mind goes
to the extreme.
So much things happen. But I think this is part of what we skimmed over it, is communication.
Right.
When you first get in a relationship, we start building that communication to understand, okay, I'm going to contact you to let you know, so you shouldn't have to go in your head and say, oh, this person trying to figure out where I'm at all times. We know that's the type of call. Like she said, I know when she's saying, "Hey, where are you?" I know it's not, "Where are you? Why you?" It's more so, "Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, trust and believe. I'll even say, "Hey, nigga, where you at? You knee deep in some pussy?"
Right.
And he'll laugh. He'll be like, "Ha ha ha." No.
Hey, Cross.
My black ass is such and such and such and such. I'm at mom and pop's house. Oh, all right.
And that's
like, you coming over? I'm like, nope.
Right.
Excuse me. But one of the things that we did
sniffling.
in the very beginning that we did was we established an open line of communication. We both said to one another is, I would much rather you tell me the ugly truth over a beautiful lie. I don't give a shit if you think it's going to hurt my feelings or not.
Just tell me the truth.
I want to know. I want to know your thoughts.
Like,
your
I've
feelings.
dated people who I know are cheaters. Like, I went in the relationship knowing who they are, right? So, for me to, you know, act funny about it, like, I already know.
You already knew.
Like, I already knew. I went in and I still made this commitment to you knowing who you are, right? I said, okay, I know who you are. So, this was my compromise there. Just let me know you're okay. Like, I don't care if you say, yo, I met this chick, you know, I just bang her out real quick, whatever. I'll be home in a couple hours. Fine. Because I know that's what it is. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I don't sit there and expect this man to be a cheater all his life or this woman to be a cheater all her life and then come home and be monogamous with me. You know, like, that just, I mean, I'm not saying that it can't happen, but I'm not expecting it.
But that goes to saying you know what you're dealing with, and so the expectations are not
unrealistic.
Yeah, because you know what you're dealing with.
I knew what I was dealing with before I go in with the open mind. And cohabitation, I definitely think lends itself to knowing what you're getting yourself into. And
also, but also with the communication piece, you know how this person actually physically and mentally communicate.
Right.
Are they gonna shut down? Are they gonna talk? Are they gonna go off the deep end? Are they not gonna listen? Or do they have room to evolve? Right. Because here's the thing: we try to get in relationships with people that have lack of communication skills, and we see that it's not gonna evolve in any way, but we continue with that process.
And see, I can't do that. Like, I mean, I'm a writer. I stand on stage. I communicate for a living. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I can't be with someone who can't talk to me, and it's very little shit that makes me raise my eyebrows. Do you know what I mean? So I don't care how dirty your laundry is, put it out there. Let's get it clean. Let's deal with it. You know, communication is definitely key. You know, I had a situation one time where, you know, I expressed to this person, like, look, just tell me you're okay and where you are, just so if you don't show up when you are supposed to, I know where to send the police or whoever. Mm-hmm. Like, this was the last place somebody saw him or her. Do you know what I mean? Like, just, that's all I need to know. I don't care if you are balls deep in some pussy. I don't care if you are at a strip club. Well, I would care, because how dare someone go to a strip club without me?
I know that's right.
I'm just saying, like, don't do that.
So next time we go, we're gonna make sure we invite you.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be Salacious couch at the strip club.
Absolutely.
It's going down.
It's going down with Salacious couch. Lap dances for all.
Get your feet off my couch.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back with Salacious Life.
Give us a call.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
Yeah, this the man that holds it down. Mr. Showtime, D the Boss. Check us out every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
I'm in a relationship. My girl happens to be long distance. So with that being said,
I beat my thing like it owes me money.
Sorry.
Because I asked that because so many people are not comfortable.
Here's my thing. It's mine.
That's right.
And you need to know yourself before you can have somebody please. If you can't tell nobody how to please you, if you don't know how to please yourself.
That's right.
You know what you like. You know what you like. You know the stroke, all that. So you're right. And I mean, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. It's your body. Yeah, I'm over here struggling with the ear.
Yeah, I'm glad it's you today. I'm glad it's you today, brother.
Oh, this thing going to drop. It's going to drop about at least like 5 times.
I'm over there struggling.
So ED, do you have a problem with masturbating?
No, I don't. I don't masturbate often because I have a fear of going blind. So, yes. When I found, yes.
You could go blind from
yes. I read about it. Is that true?
No,
it's not true.
It's not.
Okay.
Because I was gonna say I should have been blind a long time ago.
Let me drop some knowledge on you, real quick.
I was just playing.
But
Hey, what's up, good people? It's the man you all know and love, E Digger. Make sure you check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back just for a little while. It's just going to be me and Coed So we were, oh, never mind. He made it back. So we have all of McLean's couch.
I'm back, people.
That was, look, hands still wet.
Yeah, hands still wet. I had to make it.
I love it. Look, at least they're clean.
That's right.
Oh yes, oh god, he is like super anal OCD.
But I hate that. Like I used to see people. I know going off subject.
I
Like see people go to the restroom
and walk out without
and
washing
walk out. I'm like, wash your hands.
I say stuff to people like it's bad. Like I'm weird about that because I don't like people touching me in general. Like you gotta be in my circle to literally put your hands on me. Period. But then or you have to be invited. I'm like a man. Like, you have to be invited.
Believe it or not, I'm like that. Like when I was a dancer, you could not touch me. Don't
touch
me. I don't give a shit if I'm half naked sitting on a bar stool. My ass ain't touching the bar stool, as you can see. You're not. No, I am. Oh my god. Oh god.
Germs.
Some of the things that goes on in a strip club, and then you want to touch me. Absolutely.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
but then my kids, I'm like, yo, I don't like to be touched anyway.
So my kids will touch her purposely, knowing that she hates it.
I hate
my kids are very annoying.
Like, how you tell me, like, yo, my nigga, yo, why do you keep
touching me?
Don't. Just say what you gotta
do you
say.
Notice when I talk to people, I fold my hands? Like, even if we're standing up, I fold my hands across my arms because I don't want to touch you because I don't want you to feel comfortable with touching me. Like it's different if I'm talking to y'all because we got chemistry, we like family. But
I'm always touching people. I have a problem with touching.
That's funny. She don't like to be touched, but she has a problem with people. Well, see, that's something you can learn in cohabitation. Like I'm not a very affectionate person. Like when it comes to my mate, I'm not an affectionate person. I can be, but just naturally, I'm not very affectionate. Now I'll lay on you. I lay on people. Like I would love to. You just seem so cut. I lay on people all the time, but I'm not an affectionate person.
Yeah.
Hey, Sally.
All the females love laying on. Yeah,
right.
And that's what we learned. Cohabitating.
But cohabitating, people find out. Because I've had guys really complain about the fact that I wouldn't hold their hand. Or I wouldn't, I'm like, ew. Just can't we just sit next to each other, enjoy this space? Like, why do I gotta hold your hand?
Or if we do, this is our thing. We do this. Okay, that's enough. Like you do it for a little bit.
Good for that.
You get in your moods where though you might for some reason.
And I'll let you know when I'm in that kind of mood. And I can understand if like my mate said to me, you know, I had a day. Can I lay in your lap? Can you just run your fingers through my head? Like, I got you. Because that's a special occasion. But there's one like the day to day. Like, I'm not walking through the mall holding your hand. Like, and you know,
swinging
I like
hands,
people that's like
mall,
19 feet tall typically. So holding hands with somebody just don't really work because I look like a fucking kid. No, I'm just playing. But but I'm not a very like affectionate person. Now I do like to, what's the word I'm looking for? Spoon in bed, at least while I'm falling asleep. Once I'm like right there, then you gotta get on your side of me. I gotta get on mine. But just to get, you know, while I'm falling asleep, because there's a feeling of security that I like with that,
and that's understandable.
You know, and like then I will in turn spoon. Like when I'm dating women, they would prefer that I spoon them.
I hate.
Do you know what I mean? But I like to
be touched when I'm asleep. Because I generate heat. Like I'm a furnace. Like I literally would generate heat
in the wintertime because he doesn't like for me to turn on the heat.
You get up under him, don't you?
He has no choice.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Because I would be there.
I don't generate heat.
Me neither. None. So, I'm cold all the time.
I generate.
Like I be in here. Me and Monty be in here.
My kids too.
Like wintertime is one of my favorites because I get to cool off. I'm always hot.
And I'm always cold. Sure. Together we create a hurricane and tornado.
Yeah, she's always cold. I'm always hot, literally.
Ooh, like I'm cold now. I was gonna wear a sweatshirt.
And there you go. So there's the, you know,
the yin and
you
the yang.
being weak, where you know what I mean. He's strong, and vice versa. Like she being a cooling factor. Like I always have cold hands, and people can't understand why that is. I can't say that. Like you got low iron. Then you know that's the first thing black people say. You got low iron. Bitch, no, I don't. I just have cold hands and cold feet. And my feet would be up under whoever's warm in the bed. Just like my hands. Like, and you know, I have an arm thing. I don't really like to hold people. But like that spooning time, like I'd rather just have, like, lay on your back. I just want the arm.
You do this?
No.
Alright, my daughter does that. She does this.
I cuff. I would cuff your bicep.
That's what Kaya does. She does this. But she'll wiggle her fingers like this as she
like she's kneading dough.
Oh yeah, I don't wiggle my fingers. I cuff it and then it's just in my hand. And then until I fall asleep.
When she's on the belly, she does this. And I'm like, Nakaya, get the fuck off. Oh God, she touches me.
My child lays on me all the time, which is hard, and he's a very affectionate kid, and I'm not a very affectionate person, so it's hard to have my, you know, but mind you, my kid is almost as big as me, you know, so like he's laying the length of my body on me.
How old is he?
He's 9. He's almost 10.
And he's that damn tall?
Yeah, but he's like
this thing.
Yeah, I'll give him bigger than a cord. You know what I'm saying? But okay. Well, apparently we need to go on break. So
gotta pay them damn bills.
We gotta pay them bills. Don't forget, don't call in during the break. But once we come back, the number is
410-702-5657. That number again is 410-702-5657.
So feel free to call in when we come back from break to chime in. We'll be right back with Salacious Live.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
It's time for a flashback.
Now, I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know.
It's just the one you had. That was just.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. So how important is it for you to have an organization like that and having a child of your own? How does that influence your ability to do the Impact organization?
It influences a lot. It's a little bit challenging because a lot of times people will say, oh, like, you have to practice what you preach, right? So if I'm telling my daughter and I'm raising her under the impact principles and I'm telling other mothers to do this, I have to do the same thing with my child, which is kind of testy a little bit, but I see a lot of development with her. Her leadership, she's only 4. And when I say she has some awesome leadership qualifications, I mean awesome. It's little things that we can observe with our kids, right?
Right.
For instance, when we take them to the park, she brings out a toy, and other people wants to play with them. But she's only child, by the way. She's not going to say, no, you can't play. Only play with this person. She takes the leader in the upper row and be like, okay, well, let's all take turns. So everybody get in the line. Okay, now you go first. Okay, now you go first. And she makes herself last. And that's what I want to see, that's what I would like to see in all kids. And she's only 4. And when I see those leadership qualifications, of course I have to praise her. Because I'm like, awesome, London, you're being a really good leader. So, it's amazing, and it works. I mean, it really works, my child. And I'm not saying she's a perfect child, because there's no such thing as a perfect child. But when you instill impact principles into your child, and, especially at a young age, and influence their everyday life. Even her teachers are telling me, like, I can see the work that you're doing with her for a single mom. Thank you. Like, they're just thanking me. And that's a blessing as well.
And I think really what it is that our youth just needs that kind of guidance. That's it. Once they have an example, someone that they can follow or someone that they see doing something great or maybe doing something similar, that right there is a catalyst for their success.
Yep, absolutely. And, it also goes with the mom as well. The mom and the dad.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I thought you said nostrils.
No, my necklace is pretty, not my nostrils. But thank you. I know. Welcome back. If you wanted to call in, this would be a good time to do it.
So and the number is
410-702-5657.
You would think that this show was on at 2 o'clock in the morning on channel 45, right?
You sound real sexy.
Because it really sounds like one of those, like, call me, I'm lonely type situations. Don't you want to have fun tonight?
Yes. Call
White
me.
girls, black girls.
Asian girls. Whatever, you're fancy.
We have it all here.
We have it all ready for you.
So give us a call at 410-702-5657.
We done just cut an infomercial.
The lines are open.
You looking at her like you like the way she says that.
I do love the way she says it. This was like one of the big highlights. I was thinking about that shit all day. Was like, she's gonna say the phone number and I'm gonna love it.
At the writing poetry, she can just do the phone number.
Right, be like, so on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights from 9 to 11, call in.
410-702-5657.
Absolutely, it works out. Yeah,
Darian, don't be coming in here trying to take away my compliments and give them the rent.
Please, don't take my head off.
You have to love. You have to love us all. This is a room full of love. You have to love us all.
I came in the right room.
Equally
right.
love.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I know we're a lot to handle, especially together, but you guys seem up to the task, so you will be.
We got the bull
loving us and supporting us.
I got the bull backing me up.
Anyway, back to the topic. So, did you have any more comments on cohabitating before I move to the next one? Because like the other thing I wanted to talk about, and this actually kind of came to me while we were talking about cohabitation.
Oh, I thought it came to you in a dream.
You always come to me in a dream. I've dreamed of this moment my whole life now.
I just want to be in the corner with the camera. That's it.
Let me be.
No, you taking my job. I got the camera. I'm in the corner.
That was the original cameraman.
Oh man, what whole time out? I'm getting in.
We need multiple. We need multiple cameras.
There we go.
We need multiple cameras.
Different angles, brother. Different angles.
Tag team.
Different angles always work.
I would love to take pictures of Doctor.
But the subject, thank you, because I am somewhere else. The subject that I wanted to.
Wait a minute, we gotta read this one.
Oh wait, Q said Yeah, I don't like to be touched all the time. If you get me started, you gotta finish what you. Oh, you gotta finish what you started. I don't like hot breath on me unless doing sex, girl. Yes. Shit. Y'all know my girl Q. That was the one I stole her hat at.
Yeah.
Oh, we know Q.
She's gonna be
Don't
on
we
our show.
all know
I don't know
Q?
Q. She's gonna be on our show.
You know
Q. You know Q. I have to have Q back on the show as well, because how do you have a salacious life if you don't know how to use the fun stuff?
Oh, that's cute.
We have a call.
That's cute.
There you go, Q. Yeah.
So who's on the line?
You're breaking up.
I'm sorry. One more time.
Hello, you're breaking up.
So, what's your comment?
Can't hear you. You're breaking up.
Hello.
He's like, you're breaking up.
Can't hear you.
That is her tagline.
I can't hear you breaking up.
I'm sorry. Well, maybe try your call again.
You know, hey, maybe you might want to give us a text at 443-642-9403.
Right.
That number again. No text?
No, with the microphone. While she's talking.
443-642-9403.
Yep.
Give us a text.
Give us a text, because apparently, or go ahead and log into the page.
There you go.
We will read out your comments. We promise.
Wi-Fi and try again.
We ain't doing this tonight, Nikki. We talked about this. We talked about this last night. We talked about this last Tuesday and the Tuesday before that. Everybody can't be wrong, baby. Everybody can't be wrong.
So, the subject that I wanted to discuss before we have to go to our next break in probably like 30 seconds is these long-term relationships. Like, you guys talked about meeting and becoming friends and evolving over time. Like, how did it not get stale?
Because I'm not complacent, and I have an expiration date on relationships.
Okay.
You have an expiration date?
I absolutely do.
Is it death?
No.
Oh.
Well, on my marriage it is. One
Okay.
way out, one way in. This is a gang. You jump in, you go out dead. That's it.
This is the McLean gang. Blood in, blood out, baby.
But that's what we did. Because, again, I was that one person, that one girl out of the crew. I'm like, bitch, I ain't never getting married. The fuck? I'm going to be... Well, thought and bopping, I was like, yo, I'm going to be hoeing till death.
And I wasn't particularly opposed to marriage, but it wasn't something that was on my to-do list.
Right.
I mean, if it happened, it happened.
And you know what's funny? So, as y'all know, I've been married twice. And I never thought of being married, getting married, having a child. Like, all that was so foreign.
Oh, no,
to me.
I wanted everything. I wanted the house, the car, the kids, the dog. But I just did not want to be tied down because I have commitment issues. I can't even commit to a hairstyle.
But y'all been married
17. We've been together 17.
17, yeah.
Y'all been married 15 years.
Still.
I don't feel like I'm obligated. I don't feel tied down.
It don't even feel that long.
feel?
It don't feel that long.
So let me ask you this, because this was always something that I hoped for in a relationship. Do you inspire each other to want to continue the relationship?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Don't get we just recently, a couple weeks ago, went through for us it was a major rough patch, but for somebody else it was minor. Because for us, you know, I mean, when we felt disconnected, it's major to us.
Right.
We got to fix it right then and there.
Right.
You know, we like, oh no, this is not. Oh, we got to fix it right then and there.
No, absolutely.
So for us, that's when we know. But that's the whole part of communication. That's a part of aspiring that person. Like we want to keep this going. Because if you don't want to keep it going, you're gonna let the discord keep on continuing. Like, man, screw that bitch. I ain't doing nothing else. You know what I mean? It was
because we've been together 17 years, and we might have had a disconnect 2, maybe 3 times, if that.
And it's always small. It's always small between because we always catch it before it gets out of hand.
So and our issue was the fact that he wasn't communicating.
Right.
And I could tell he was off. I know he's been off for a while, and I overlooked it without addressing it. Because I understood at the time what was going on, and I tried to be that support system and I realized he wasn't letting me, so I just let it go. I just swept it under the rug, and I kept sweeping the behaviors under the rug instead of addressing them. And with me, if I don't talk about it, I'll explode. And it came to a point where I was ready to explode. And one of the things about me is I'm a very radical person.
Animated.
Very animated, very radical. I either go far left or far right. There's never a medium. So just when I'm about to go and do something irrational, erratic, just to prove a point, because I will warn you. I give you warnings. You are warned.
So you come with a warning label.
If you do not heed the warning signs, then the actions will follow. Just to get your attention. And I will tell you, you can't blame me for my actions.
because that's what, not that I'm calling you a child, but a lot of children do that.
No, they don't give you a warning sign.
They don't give you a warning, but they get your attention by doing something irrational or erratic.
Exactly.
You know.
So here's the thing.
But it works. So I get it.
It works because we both do the same thing. I give her a warning, so I'm like, hey,
we need
this is the warning. We talked about this. I'm now held liable for the next action.
Well, I definitely. I mean, and I'm in awe. I'm in awe that you have managed this relationship, because it really is. I mean, it's a job. How many of us could say we worked the same job for 15 years? Do you know what I mean? Because
that's work together too. We work together. We go to school together. We live
And
together.
people used to always say, how y'all do this all together? I said because this is how we look at it. When you was younger, you can hang out with your best friend all day long, right?
Right.
You call them, you wake up, you call them.
Y'all be together all day.
Wake up,
house
whatever you want to do. Go drink, go hang out, smash bras together. You know, you can hang out with your best friend all day, every day. Don't get tired of this person. Even if you have a stupid argument,
it gets over it. You get
so
over it.
we took that same mentality to the person that I want to be with for the rest of my life. If you use that same mentality with the person who will be the rest of your life, you'd be like, okay.
So there's that friendship F, right?
Yes.
We were friends first, and we realized that we were friends. Like, even when it came down to ass watching or female watching, and the more, like, I don't feel slighted if I see a good looking dude. I'm like, God damn, that nigga fine as shit.
Right. I saw one walk past the station today. I was like, wow.
Or you got confidence in your marriage.
And he'd say, he'd be like, I'm like, damn, babe, you seen that? He'd be like, yeah, babe, I seen it 5 minutes ago. I'm like, damn, nigga,
you ain't put me on, you ain't put me there. Right.
So again, but we both realized that in the beginning, he is a man, I am a woman. We're in a relationship. We're not dead.
Right.
Just because I'm with you don't mean
I can't look
at anything else.
Absolutely.
Just because I have chicken on my plate does not mean I can't look at the steak in the window.
And one of the keys to long-term relationships is not to have unrealistic expectations.
Oh, God.
We don't live by certain labels. Like, we hate saying that. Because as soon as somebody say we don't live by the husband-wife label.
No.
But as soon as you put a husband label or a wife label, you expect them to live by those expectations of that label.
A societal expectation.
Yep. So we cut those labels out and be like, look, this is my peoples. We ride together, and that's how it is. We know we husband and wife. We don't even wear rings. We start wearing our rings like within the first 6 months
of the
of
first year.
Yeah, first year.
We wore it for the first year, and I'm like, yo, I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh, so y'all don't wear wedding rings?
No, there's no wedding rings on our things.
There's no wedding.
That's not to us. That don't symbolize us being together.
That
We've been together this
we got
long.
married.
We got married at the courthouse. We don't wear rings, and our marriage lasted longer than a lot of people that got those big fancy weddings, got the big fancy.
It's in your heart, though.
Yes,
because look, it's a commitment. You know, it's a daily commitment. This is who I'm gonna be with, and this is who I'm gonna rock with, and this is who I'm gonna work with, and this is who I'm gonna walk parallel with to whatever that places we might end up or never.
Like, we got matching tats.
Like I said to you know, I said on Facebook a few weeks ago, remember I said life is the final frontier. You know what I mean? So you're walking this path to the final, or through to exploring the final frontier.
You don't think it's another level after this one?
It may be.
It may be.
I don't know it though.
I don't know it. So for now,
this is what I know.
This is what we know.
But I'll say this: when it comes to him, like, we've always sat here and talked about it, how well we mesh. Many people settle before actually meeting their soulmate, their life partner. And they become so damaged through life and experiences and circumstances that
they carry it into the new relationship.
No, not so much as carry it. They carry it everywhere, into every relationship, their work relationships, their home life, their school life, their afterlife.
I can see that.
With him and I feel like we are the yin and yang to each other. We've always managed to find each other in life. Like even when we were talking about, like during our time of getting to know each other, we would discuss what we wanted and where we were at a particular time in life. There was once upon a time, like one of the stories that I love, and I think about this often, is from 7 to 15 I grew up in North Carolina, Fayetteville. Shout out to Fayetteville.
Up here, because you know North Carolina, right. I live 20 miles south of Fayetteville.
So I grew up in Fayetteville, and
we should do an event down there.
We
should do an event down there.
At the time, he was like, he always wanted to go play football in Fayetteville. So at 15, I ended up back in Jersey. And he was like, so around this time, this is where I wanted to be. I couldn't figure out why I wanted to, but this is where I needed to be.
Right.
So then when I came to Baltimore, it was like, he was like, I knew I just needed to stay here. And even though, like, in the time when we became friends, we were always passing energies. At the time when he was free, I wasn't. When I was free, he wasn't.
Yeah.
So, and it was still like we always had that cool, friendly energy.
Absolutely. Sometimes you just connect.
So
you just connect. Well, we have to.
Lovers is where is that? Friends before lovers, right?
Just not so much as the friends before lovers,
but get to know.
Friends after it's after the lovers.
After
part.
the lovers.
It's the unrealistic expectations we put on people. I don't expect nothing from him except for him to be him. Yeah. Except for him to do the same things that he's been doing.
Apparently, we need to take a break. We'll be right back with Salacious Live.
Pay them bills.
Hey everybody, this is your girl, the one and only Vic Cows. Check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Oh, recently?
Yeah.
I was talking about overall. No, two. That was Uber. That wasn't Uber.
Yeah.
That wasn't.
Yeah, that was Uber.
That situation with Uber, I think you told us about.
But this guy, you know, my whole thing is pay attention. You know, I don't know if this dude was trying to get home or something, but he was speeding. Now I'm with the flow, like, you know, do your thing. But when you taking me out of my way and you speeding, little suspect, trying to get my butt.
Like the Clemson guy from the Ohio State game.
Trying to
what?
Yes. Yeah. Like, he picked me up from my job, right? And I'm telling him where to go. He refused not to go. And you're speeding. So I'm thinking, this is me. I'm in the back seat. He's speeding. I'm like, he trying to take me in an alley somewhere, you know. And so I'm a little uncomfortable. So I'm noticing. I'm looking at the GPS. It's telling him to go this way. He's going this way, and I'm like, wait a minute. You taking me out of my way. I know I curse like a sailor, but
I do too.
There's sometimes you just don't curse. And this one time was that. Hey, look, yo, I'm only going by what the GPS, yo. No real shit.
Oh, wow.
Fuck it. I quit. Like, real shit? Really?
Wow.
Say, you cussing?
Wow.
Trying to get my butt?
Yeah, this the man that holds it down. Mr. Showtime, D the Boss. Check us out every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on Be Exposed Radio.
But when I smoked weed, there was a D on that. When I smoked weed, my inhibitions actually weren't wild. You know, like I wasn't like, oh, I want to go fly on a kite or jump off this roof or something like that. No, it was quite the opposite. I was very laid back. I actually wanted to eat all the time. Gosh, and I never would get full. And I got sleepy. So I never wanted to go out and do something wrong, like break windows, drive under the influence. Definitely not drive under the influence. Because I wanted to go to sleep like very badly. Like, high sleep is the best sleep ever. Gosh. Irresponsible child abusers are going to have free access. That's not the truth, because if they do legalize it, they're going to probably put the same stipulations they do for cigarettes. Now, if you are under 18 and you wind up getting a pack of cigarettes, then that's what happens. I had a pack of cigarettes before I was 18. So what? Because they was, you know, cigarettes was in a machine that, you know, it wasn't nobody standing there.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Okay, we are back with this week's Hump Day Discourse on Salacious Live. I am Dr. Wren. Well, it's Salacious Couch this week.
That's right.
I am Dr. Wren. I am here with McLean's Couch.
The future doctors, don't forget that.
Right. So
not the candidates.
We are getting ready to be the most educated. Oh, we have a phone call. Okay. Hold that thought, everybody. Hello. Hello. Okay. So anyway, like I was saying, so
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Can you hear us?
No. Hello.
Speak.
Okay, I'm sorry. The audio's not great through the phone, and I'm calling from a landline. But I'm listening to the show so I can hear your response. But
thank you, Jazz. It ain't hum that, bro.
Anyways, so I just wanted to say that I agree with the McLeans. I've been married to my husband for 20 years.
Oh, absolutely.
We have been together for 24 years, and I met him. I agreed to marry him after a conversation.
Right. We talked about the conversation.
We didn't have a courtship or anything. We were immediately engaged. We were engaged for 4 years. So, based on the conversation we initially had, we decided to be partners forever.
That works.
That must have been a serious conversation.
Yeah, but that was a hell of a conversation.
That was a hell of a conversation.
He can't say much of anything because the first night he met me, he told me he was gonna marry me, and I bust out laughing in his face. Wow, like dead ass.
But it happened though.
It lasted for 4 hours.
It happened. I'm in awe. Like all these long relationships just bring me a sense of hope. It brings me a sense of humanity, hope in humanity. Because it seems like so much of this life is just going to shit.
Yeah.
You know, so to see people actively work together is an amazing feeling, because anything that was ever accomplished was accomplished through partnerships or a partnership. And one of the biggest issues we have, especially in our
communities,
is that we don't know how to work together.
And it all started from slavery.
Ask her if she can hear better now. Can you hear?
Jazz, can you hear?
Is she still there? Jazz?
Jazz?
No, I cannot hear anything through the phone.
She cannot hear anything through the phone.
Is that Jazz?
That's Jazz. Yes.
Yes, it's Jazz.
Hey, Miss Jazz, how you feeling?
You know, 24 years of a relationship. That's most of my life.
That's a quarter of a century.
That's 2/3.
There go that
Seems
laugh.
like you should have known that one.
No, but I mean, I'm not that young, but I mean, we're talking a good 60% of my life. You know, is 24 years. I think of how much I've changed in just the last 24 years. Hello?
Hello? We off now.
We're off.
Hello?
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
We can't hear.
And somebody saying hello.
Oh, can you hear us still on the radio?
I can hear you, Nikki, but I can't hear them in the studio.
So you cut off the show.
Nikki, we don't want to hear you.
They can't hear us.
They can't hear us. They can hear.
There we go.
Oh, we're
Hello?
back
Now?
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
I was like, oh no, Salacious couch.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, having all of that black love, and like I said, it started with the whole slavery issue, taking the man away from them, having a sons have sex with their mothers. And yeah.
That happened in slavery.
Yes.
Yes. What they would do is put a bag over their heads.
They wouldn't know.
So they wouldn't know
what
was going on.
Part of that process is, and this is the reason why, I don't want to get too radical, but this is the reason why people don't understand why black people struggle as well, because what you did was you took the best of the best and breeded them.
Yeah.
So if
now
a
every
mother
time
and
you
a
breed
son
it,
were the best of the best.
so every time you breed them, you're getting a better product.
I didn't know that part about the mother.
Yeah, buck-breaking. Like my kids had to do a whole history, because when we homeschooled them, they had to do a 30-page paper on slavery.
With your homeschool?
It's in the Bible.
It is also in the Bible. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we homeschooled our kids for a year. And in the process, they learned a lot more about history than what is told in school.
Oh, absolutely. Because history is subjective.
Exactly. So they dug deep. I made them dig for it.
Yeah.
So, with the whole black love thing, to me, it's like, this is my partner. If you have a business partner, you consult your business partner before making
decisions.
Yeah, before making any decisions. So we even, when it comes down to our even finances, we have this amount of money you can spend. $20, that's it. $20.99, $20.01, you have to consult.
That's respect for your partner.
Yeah.
Because both of our money is going into the same account, and we need to make sure this bill gets paid, this child has this. If the child needs shoes, I need to make sure that we have a certain amount left
set aside
at the set in case of emergencies.
Right.
Or if, let's say, all right, we don't feel like cooking and we want to do a takeout or take the kids out or something. Just a family activity. You know, just something like that. So we make all decisions jointly. No matter what it is, even when it comes down. I mean, sometimes he was like, babe, I had to make an executive decision.
Well, and it happens because sometimes time is a factor where you don't have the time to consult.
Or he can't be reached, or I
can't be reached. So sometimes you have to make that executive decision. But I think even then, you guys have worked together so long that you can still take into account what you, I mean, in a good authority, what this person or what he may think if you're making a decision, what she may think or need, because you've worked together so long. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it's not always right.
I'm like, well, look, Jamon ain't here. I don't feel comfortable making this decision without him, because he's gonna be like, ah.
Well, let's take this break. We'll be right back with Salacious Life.
Hey, AJ.
Hey, AJ.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
This is the reality
yes.
of the world that we're living in. A lot of young people don't have the information that is necessary to have healthy lives. And a lot of the organizations that are geared towards young people don't have individuals that are going to be as honest as this gentleman.
One of the issues that I have with this quote unquote Christian nation that we live in is
It's
that
not just the Christians, it's all of them.
religion allows you to live in denial, but the world does not live in denial. So who are you helping with your? All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm stop. I'm about to do something.
The reason I shrink that or take that away because it's people who are not religious. It's people who are they're not giving their young people, or they don't have a person that could be that honest with them. I mean, we all have that. I know I had a mother like that.
There are
rather than
and it's just and it's been recently because I've recently had more interaction with teen mothers than I have in my whole life. I wasn't my mother wasn't a teen mother. Her mother was. She made sure none of her daughters were. So it was, you know, in as I get older and working in certain areas, you tend to run into that. And one of the things that blows my mind is how often a teen mom does not talk to their child at all, period.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
So we're going to get a little bit into the album with Miss Amira and learn the basis of it, the Banji soul of it all. So let us know, first of all, what is Banji soul?
Banji soul is basically just real. It's real soul. It's real. It's not cut down. It's not watered down. It's, you know, how as hot as it came off of my mind and my heart. That's what it is. And a lot of the times I get a little tangy, you know, tangy, bangy, ratchet, whatever how you like to put it, classify it, but I like to say bangy, you know, because I'm classy.
Banji is a little classier.
It's a little classier. That's got your pinky up.
Right.
Got your pinky up with that.
Okay, we got to keep the bees, the bougie, the banji.
Yeah.
Right.
So she's created her own lane, Banji Soul. So let us know what how that is covered in the album that released on the 9th of this month, right?
Yes. Well, I did it to a number of industry tracks, including like the Beatles come together, and I did a Lindsay Lohan joint. You remember the Confessions of a Broken Heart?
Okay.
And a lot of stuff I aimed to like change the theme that was originated, or just to. It was my therapy.
Okay.
It was my therapy.
So that's why this is a mixtape.
Yes.
Okay, because you did a lot of remakes. Okay, I got you. The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I'm quiet when I'm not the one that started, but I'm the one that came and got.
Look, you finished it. You're the closer. We are back. We're back with this week's Hump Day Discourse. Hump Day. Trump Day. We are here having our discourse on Salacious' couch. Tonight we are cross-pollinating. We are making that good, but we are teaching, hopefully, people how to appreciate the partnership. Do you know what I mean? Like really appreciate who they're with and the dedication and work that it takes to be in a long-term relationship. We talked about women who are actively seeking husbands and can't figure out why they don't have one at 30, 35, 40 years old.
You want to know why? Because they need to learn to pack light. Yeah.
I agree with that. You've got way too much baggage. Like, so y'all know my birthday is November the 8th, right? And November the 9th, I don't speak to people because it is my day of reflection.
Okay.
It's the first day of my new year. Yes, dear.
But that's my birthday.
I know. I'm just not going to talk to you. I'll still come and have drinks and celebrate. I might even cook. But I just won't talk to you because my brain is going to be working. Because I'm making decisions on any differences I'm going to take forward or make going forward. Anything I am going to carry into my new year. And all the shit I'm leaving behind. And I mean, I leave it. Like, I leave that shit out there for the garbage man. Like,
I like that. A lot of people don't celebrate their birthday. And to me, that's the one personal holiday because that's the celebration of your life. You know, we can celebrate everybody else's life, but you can't celebrate your own. No, that's you celebrate yours.
And he digs in my ass every year because I don't celebrate my birthday. And he was like, babe, we've been together all this time and we've always celebrated your birthday. I made you feel special. You need to let that shit go. You was a kid. Because as a kid, I never celebrated my birthday. It's 2 days after Christmas.
Right.
Hell, I didn't even get shit on Christmas.
You know what's funny? I dated a guy who was born on Christmas Eve, right? Long time I dated a guy who was born on Christmas Eve. And I used to make it my business. Because he was a Christian, you know, I wasn't, so I didn't give a fuck. The only person I was buying presents for at the time was him. I would get him 2 or 3 Christmas presents and 2 or 3 birthday presents. I would wrap them in birthday paper and Christmas paper. Some I would put out on the sofa. The rest I would put under his dumbass tree because he used to do the Christmas tree shit. And because he had to understand that, yes, I understand your birthday is on Christmas and they've been giving you one present to cover it all. But if your birthday was in November like mine is, I would get something in November. And then if I celebrated Christmas, I would get something again in Christmas. We do have holy days where we receive presents in December. So I do receive presents in December. And I used to go out my way. And I remember the first time I did it, like, and he was a big nigga. Like, he looked like, I don't know if he was choked up or not, but he looked like he was gonna cry. He couldn't believe it. Like, he came in the house from work and I had my shit all set up, you know, and I was like, that's for birthday. And it was very, very birthday appropriate. You said
yes.
what?
Comment from YouTube.
Oh, what's our comment on YouTube? I'm listening.
I'm gonna read it.
Read it.
Sunny side up said, I'm locked in. Then
move the thing from it. Yeah. Sunny side up said.
You can't put it that close. We can hear it. You can't put it that close.
I'm moving it.
Feedback. Some people may not be used to receiving love like that. A lot of people have to be healed from others to love properly. How do you feel about finding the line of allowing someone to heal or letting them go?
Oh, can I please answer that?
I hear yours, you hear mine. How about that? Like, we'll just take turns.
Yeah. One of the things that I have noticed is you have got to, after a relationship, after a breakup, whether it was amicable or not, you have got to give yourself time.
Grieve.
Yes, you have to grieve that loss. That is a major
It's still
loss.
a loss.
And what people don't seem to understand is death is not always the only loss.
Yes.
If you lose a ring, your favorite ring, that's a loss. Grieve it. Let it go. You need to feel, deal, heal.
I've grieved losing jobs before. I've grieved moving. Even though I bought the new house and I moved, I grieved the loss of a house that I had memories in.
Exactly. But you need, at least after a bad relationship or after any relationship, you need 6 months because you need to drop off that excess baggage. You need to refocus and recenter yourself and your spirit.
Won't nobody let me do that.
No,
I got a
you
month.
won't let you do that.
Every person I come in contact with, I tell them.
Stop contacting
people
because you're looking for sex. You're looking for no,
whatever.
She just saying general, not you per se.
I'm just saying, like, but I mean,
You're
I'm not looking for no sex. I'm not asking for no money. All I ask for everybody that I meet is to be my friend. They come on to me. They want to have sex with me.
But sometimes the energy that
when
you
grieving,
put out,
you can't even be
the energy
friends.
that you put out.
Nobody. That's the whole thing. Nobody wants to be friends. Everybody wants to jump and straight be lovers or want to be in a relationship.
Sometimes the energy that you put out can be misleading,
right?
Because you're very friendly, and you're friendly. You're too friendly. Social media has corrupted our perception of what friendly is. Like, at one point in time, they would say good morning, like, oh, that thirsty ass nigga. Bitch, he just said good morning. Get your ugly ass together.
I say good morning to the homeless people that I walk past downtown.
But that's how it is. Sometimes you don't give yourself that, because by you being who you are and you're extra friendly, people can misinterpret that.
What so you may have to do, you may have to isolate.
In order for you to heal and get that 6 months time, yes, You have to go into that.
So how do I get people to understand that?
They don't need to understand it.
Guess
it's
what?
about. It's about.
not about them. It's
Turn
you.
it off.
Yeah, it's about you. See, one thing Dr. Wren said, and it's part of the grieving process, you have to go inside your head, your own head. It's not about nobody else, because when we start putting on everybody else, it takes away from us putting the focus on us.
And healing.
And then we could blame everybody else for not us dealing with our own problems.
And I'm at that level of what you're saying right now. But not one person, male or female, want to be my friend.
You don't need
you
friends
don't
right
need
now.
a friend
you
right
need
now.
to love yourself.
No, you
right
need
now.
to
Alone.
alone. You have to center.
You have to
yourself.
center yourself. Love just
It's
yourself without
Like,
external.
seriously.
And
You can't-
for real, because
you
I'm
can't
telling you, like,
be around
I
other
can't
people
even.
right now.
Yeah, like literally, I'm in a position right now where I literally put myself in a room by myself. Tell everybody I don't want no girlfriend. I don't want no mate, no nothing.
But you,
because you're actually communicating. See, it's like this. You know, you get spam, right? And they tell you
Not
don't
open
always push unsubscribe because it's sending a reaction, which means they know that that email address is valid. They say just block it and delete it, right? Don't reply, because you're replying, you're opening lines of communication. What you have to do is close, so you have to, just like I said, block it, delete it. Sometimes you have to turn the phones off, not turn them on silent. Sometimes you have to turn off social media, like literally deactivate, even if it's for a minute. Deactivate your accounts. You have to spend time with yourself. You cannot have a healthy relationship with anybody else until you fall in love with yourself and you're comfortable being alone.
But here's the thing. You keep saying you're saying it repeatedly, but yet, as your friend, I see something different.
Right.
I see you out in these streets. I don't see you working on Darian. I see Darian out in the streets partying. I see Darian having fun.
Nah, you got me messed up. I go out and work. I go to clubs. I go to 5-6 clubs every weekend and network and do my business.
But
if you're healing, you may need to back off of networking from everything.
Because that's where the
so don't do my job.
Get a regular 9-to-5 where
no, that's not what I want.
I know that's not what you want.
But you have to do what you have every day.
Okay,
a regular 9 to 5.
All right, that 1 to 7. What you have to do is, outside of that 1 to 7, you've got to take time for yourself. You have got to journal. You have to write down your thoughts, your feelings, because it's so much happening at one time, and sometimes it's chaotic. And the only way to get chaos together is to organize it. So if you write down these things and put it on paper, you're able to actually see the chaos and understand it.
What's going on is also too, as we saying, is you're not you're walking through other doors without closing the other doors.
Yep.
Regardless of your relationship, regardless of personal, all the stuff start to blend in. So while they blending in, you're going through all these different doors with carrying this, now you're carrying this, now you're carrying this, now you're carrying this, and you thinking you're going, oh, I'm just doing this for a job, but not, let alone everybody can see that you carrying your baggage from all the journeys that you travel. And you leaving all these doors.
I got a month and 3 weeks, no sex, no relationship, leave me alone.
But it's not enough. But just to not have a relationship.
Stay away from it.
It's multiple steps to it.
It's multiple steps to it.
The celibacy is only a part of it.
And celibacy may not achieve what you're trying to get to, because for me, it's mental celibacy, not physical celibacy, if that makes any sense. Like, I literally have to reflect. When I divorced from my second husband, I didn't date anybody for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. I mean, I didn't talk to anybody. I barely came out the house. All I did was sit there and write. The jobs I did from home, because I had to do a complete isolation, because I had to grieve. Because though I wanted that relationship to end, it was still a serious relationship, and it died, and I had to grieve. Then I had to reflect, because it always takes more than one person to take apart a relationship. I had to own and learn my part. What did I do to help take apart that relationship? And I had to take it very seriously, because these were things I had to address.
Accountability. She
Accountability.
accepted her accountability.
I wrote it down. I mean, I wrote it down and I read it. And I said, this, Wren, you need to change. This, Wren, you need to change. This, Wren, this was a good part. Wren, take that with you to the next step.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I had to sit there and break my whole life down.
Was she dissected the relationship from start to finish, and was able to take apart her, accept accountability for what she did, and also accept responsibility.
Accepting
part in the destruction.
And part of
like I helped kill it too. This wasn't a one-person deal. It never is. No matter how much it seems to be one-sided, it's never one-sided, because maybe somebody was enabling the other one to be destructive towards them. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, well, maybe in an abusive relationship. I mean, there's always one-offs, but typically speaking, it's always two sides.
And you asked the question, how do you go about that? The first thing was, we deal with our clients all the time. The first thing with change starts up here.
It starts there.
It starts up here.
You change your perception, and your
change.
perception will
Think about
change.
it, and I'm gonna break this down to you. This is how strong your mind is. If your heart stopped, they can bring you back to life.
Yep.
Your kidney failed, they can bring you back to life. You give you another one. Your brain stopped, you dead. That's how powerful our brain is. You change your thought process, because what we do is, you can't change the thought process if you're still going through your old actions.
Look, I'm still.
You can't carry the same actions with trying to change your thought process.
I've been dying my whole life. Healing starts in the mind, because when I decided to live, I survived.
There you go.
This is like when
I'm still here.
When we talk about relapse, because you can relapse from anything.
Yeah.
Relapse don't start physically; start mentally. So soon as you go through that process of relapse, you pretty much relapsed.
I ain't smoked a cigarette in 7 years. I've been separated now for months. What, 2 months? I've been smoking now for what?
Because you relapse, because it's a safety blanket. It's a what's the word?
Security blanket.
It's a security blanket.
But here's the thing, like, even when it comes down to him and I, when me and him have been together for 17 years.
17
We've only had
years.
one argument. One argument. Do we disagree on certain things? Yes.
Absolutely.
But
you should. It wouldn't be human if you didn't.
We don't argue about whatever the issue is. We sit down and we have a discussion.
Right.
If I do something that he doesn't like, he'll go silent because he needs to organize his thoughts. Me, I go talk to my friends and I vent. Why? Because if I don't vent, when I say it to him, it's going to come out ignorant,
And that's sometimes you got to get that.
My intense
You
feeling.
can't discuss things when you're angry.
Now
you have to be able to discuss facts, so you got to get the emotion up out of it.
How you learned that?
So one of the things is, when we come to a resolve, we don't point fingers, we don't blame.
No,
I'm like, but
it's nobody's fault.
This is what happened.
This is how you feel.
How I feel. And when we talk to each other,
And your
we
feelings are valid
personalize
because
it.
you had them. Rather than right or wrong, your feelings are valid because you had them, because you felt them.
But one of the things you have to learn and understand is you have to personalize your feelings. Don't say, I couldn't stand when you did. I feel that when this particular action happened, these were my feelings behind it. I'm not going to post the blame on you, because wordplay is the most important thing when it comes
How
to communication.
you say
Wordplay
things
is the most important thing when you are grieving.
And the art of debating is understanding the other person's side. If you can debate that person's side, even though you're against it, like when we was in school, we had to debate topics that we might have was against. Like say, for example, you was against an abortion. Well, guess what? That professor's gonna make you be for abortion.
Right, absolutely.
Just so you can understand the mindset of that person.
But we got to get ready to take a break. So hold that thought. Hey, Rich, thank you for sending us greetings from Brazil. You know, we international on Salacious Couch tonight. We'll be right back. We're going to take a break with the Hump Day Discourse.
Yeah.
Oh, that was my word.
It's time for a flashback.
I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know.
It's just the one you had. That was just.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Are you getting your kids this hoverboard thing that's taking over the country? They range from $300 to $600. They're blowing up. And then I mean literally blowing up. That one video, I thought that was going to be the one and only video that I saw in reference to it, and it wasn't. I seen, now I could probably tell you about 10 to 15 videos of this happening, where this battery gets super, super hot and burns like holes into your tennis shoes.
Oh my.
And I know you would be pissed if you was wearing Jordans and you just paid all that money, you know, your lights are off. And
Especially if they're from China.
Your lights off.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
It's time for a flashback.
Now I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know.
It's just the one you had. That was just.
You know. But it's always something that you can.
Go ahead, Bliss. Can you recollect any signs that you might not get right?
October 15th or 16th. What is that? And Libras. See, I've had some good Libras and I had one really bad Libra, but he was white, so he f***ed his back anyway. So I don't.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Demonstrate. You got to demonstrate the back.
No. Ain't no way.
Not the how they bust? Let me show how they bust.
And then want to cry afterwards. I mean, what the f is the point of the tears? I mean, I can see you shake, yeah, and you know, shake it off real quick. But you crying? F out of here.
What was he crying for?
Cause baby, this pussy make that. You in? I got that good nasty bitch. The shame.
Oh shit.
McLean's Couch every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we are back. It's so sad to know that this evening of pure enthralling enlightenment is actually coming to an end. But we can make a few last points. Like, let's just drive in the information one last time. So let's just recap. So cohabitation, we're all pro cohabitation.
Yes.
Prior to marriage.
Test drive that Lexus.
Test drive that Lexus. Watch.
Make sure you get a warranty.
Make sure you get a warranty. Look, y'all know, y'all deal with Wren. Prenup all day. Don't act like I ain't warn you. Watch them with your children. Watch how they interact, because you are a package deal, especially when you have children and you're moving on to a new relationship. So what else did we talk about? We talked about watching their hygiene and habits. Is it something you can live with? Is it something you can work with? You know, watching their moral values, because they can tell you anything over the phone, but when you live with them, that facade falls, right?
Oh, there's one thing I'm going to add before we...
Yeah.
Is make sure, pay attention to their health too. This is a person you plan to be with. You want to make sure they're as healthy as possible.
Right. And like for me, you know, like that's the baggage I bring, is health issues. You know what I mean? So you have to know if you want to deal with the fact that some days I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be happy, go lucky, Dr. Wren, and some days I'm going to be like, fuck off, get the fuck away from me, because I don't feel good. And this is a disease I was born with and I will have for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? So
sorry, I was laughing at Matt. Matt
said, go test that black cherry wine. Yes.
Matthew, you and your wordplay.
You gotta love it. Matthew will
be performing too?
He is performing at the Erotic Literature Night. Absolutely. So you can catch Matthew Lord there. We will be there on November the 30th. So that's exciting for everyone. Get ready for that. Before that, though, November the 11th, my birthday. We are manifesting a Scorpio's mind.
You're a Scorpio.
We are Scorpios. It's a whole line of us.
Yes.
Monty and I were born on the same day. Her birthday's the next day.
Oh, boy.
My son is the 28th of October,
and intelligent.
and my daughter's November the 3rd. So I'm surrounded.
You
by
are
Scorpios.
surrounded by us. You gotta love us. We do love unconditionally and very strongly. And Matthew is a Scorpio as well. Matthew is born November 16th. Anything you want to know about Scorpios, we are having a Scorpios Roundtable on Salacious Live October the 25th. So any questions you have for a Scorpio, we are answering them that day. So think about it, guys, because we are doing a Scorpios Roundtable because, one, there's a lot of myths, and I need to squash that shit. And two, there's a lot of truths, and that needs to be celebrated.
And she needs to squash that shit.
And I need to squash that shit. So, anyway, back to what we were recapping. So, we talked about watching their hygiene. We talked about watching their manners with your children. We talked about their spending habits, their finances, how they handle that kind of thing. And then we talked about long-term relationships, you know, how you guys have kept it together, because I can't even say how we, but how you guys have kept it together, how you work together and you play together and you compromise and you converse on. It's converse, people, not conversate. Please don't ever say conversate to me, because that will be the end of our conversation. You guys converse over things. You agree to disagree. You take the emotion out, and when you have a disagreement, you discuss it. These things work. We got 17 years sitting in front of us. Right here in the feed, Jazz has got 24 years. 24 amazing years. So, people, these things... Matthew, I am not speaking to you. You grew up speaking English. I learned it. I know better. And I'm the PhD. Negro. Thank you. That's the end of our conversation, Matthew.
Don't do my boo like that. If he want to say conversate, go ahead, baby. Say conversate, as long as you can spit that poetry in my ear.
It better be in a salacious poem where he uses the word conversate.
No,
but not in a conversation with me.
Please don't use.
Please use converse.
I hate that word too.
Yeah. Please use converse, Matthew. Let's converse. It's like, well, I could say, you know, raunchy life with Dr. Wren. But isn't Salacious Life with Dr. Wren so much better? I'm just saying. Doesn't it roll off the tongue? It's like the best head ever.
You need to learn to use it correctly.
But you need to learn how to use it correctly.
Oh, it is an insensitive verb.
It's an insensitive
Call it
verb.
what you want to call it, Matt. It is a made-up word.
It's like ain't. I mean, we use it. But it ain't a word. Not really. But I did want to close out. I wanted to thank you both for being here. This was an amazing experience for me. I love spending time with you. I love talking to you. You bring out the best in me, and I appreciate that. I can be very much an authentic self.
Yeah.
So, in closing, I want to remind everybody to love life and be brave and live unapologetically. That's it for tonight. We'll see you next week for a Hump Day Discourse on Salacious Life with Dr. Wren.
Oh, and don't forget to call Tuesday from 9 to 11. McLean's
From
Couch.
McLean's Couch.
7 to 9. Talk lately with Monty. Shameless plugs.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Every time.
You just have to really
have faith and believe.
Right, and it's everything isn't going to be cotton candy and clouds all the time, but you have to